we have more crazy theories from all around the world that are going to make us rethink life. Thank you, Zoe, for the videos.
So you're telling me that the burning ball of energy in the sky, that animals all flock to, that plants turn to, that is the source of all life on Earth, is somehow bad for us? How dumb do you think that we are? And if that's really the case, why is melanoma associated with low vitamin D, not high? And why did this study on 25,000 Swedish women show that avoiding the sun is as dangerous for your health as smoking? And also, if we need to block the sun, why are they also simultaneously building solar panel farms
Make it make sense.
to harness the sun for free energy? Make it all make sense, please.
I think it's pretty obvious why cities and neighborhoods have such harsh restrictions on chickens. And I don't think it has anything to do with that noise right there. Because your neighbor's dog that barks at everything that walks by is 10 times more annoying than that. A lot of people will try to convince you that it's the smell. I'm going to fix the door. But even the newest of chicken owners would tell you that with basic coop maintenance, the smell is a non-issue. So then what is the issue? Why are so many neighborhoods and municipalities against chicken ownership? Well, to put it simply, it goes against a societal structure that's been built over the last 50 years. And that is a structure of dependence. Yes, there's a pink ball in the chicken area. That's what happens when you have 3 kids. Encouraging chicken ownership would encourage people to be more independent in their life and to go down a rabbit trail of self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency doesn't fit in line with the societal structure of processed food, chronic illness, and prescriptions. I like to give all my cracked and scuffed up eggs to the pigs. They love it. And the biggest detriment to that money-making loop is you breaking out of it. So at the end of the day, the issue with the chickens actually has nothing to do with the chickens and everything to do with you. In order for you to be a willing participant in that doom loop, you need to be unhealthy and dependent. Too many people owning chickens would disrupt the system, and the system wants anything other than disruption. And at the end of the day, the system is not interested in your innovation, it's interested in your participation. So at the end of the day, be a rebel. Get some chickens, and make sure you're following us for more homesteading tips.
And you know there's a diet for everything. Slaves have a diet. That's why we was fed pork, because they wanted us to have a food that gave us calories for energy that we could work. But inside of pig, there's microscopic maggots called trichina worms, millions of them. I'm saying in a skittle, the size of a skittle piece of pork has over 100,000 worms in it. These worms eat your digestive fluid. They climb up your spine, mess with your vertebrae, get into your brain. They start eating brain cells.
So we actually had a patient come in today with this scar on his neck, and I asked him what happened, and he was telling me that he had eaten some undercooked pork. So there are hookworms that can live in undercooked meat, especially in pork, and they could be dangerous. Developing these crazy neurological symptoms where he couldn't hardly lift his arms. It had actually gone to his brain. He said they had to go in and cut out a little mass where those hookworms had actually migrated to on the base of his brain. Crazy.
If humans evolved from apes, then why do apes still exist? If Neil Armstrong was the first man on the moon, who took the famous photo of him stepping onto it? NASA, one of the most advanced space agencies, somehow lost the original recordings of the moon landing. Lost them. One of humanity's greatest achievements, gone.
How do you lose that?
How? And if walking on the moon was so easy in 1969, why haven't we gone back? Why did 56 countries, rivals, enemies, superpowers, all agree to one thing? That no one can freely explore Antarctica. What's there? What are they hiding? How did ancient civilizations without modern tools build structures so perfect they still can't be replicated today? Why do Egyptian artifacts show images that look like spacecraft? Why do dragons appear in every ancient culture, across every continent, and even in the Bible? Coincidence? And why is there a connection between the pineal gland, the so-called third eye, and the pine cone symbols found in ancient Egyptian art? Why is the entertainment industry obsessed with symbols linked to demons, secret societies, and occult rituals? And in a world so advanced, so intelligent, so scientific, why are we sicker, sadder, and more controlled than ever before? Ask yourself. I don't understand why we have to pay to live on a planet we were born on. Think about it. You didn't sign a contract when you took your first breath. You didn't agree to rent space on Earth. So why does every part of survival, food, water, land, come with a price tag? And here's the real question. Who are we even paying? Who decided they owned the land, the water, the resources? Who stood up one day and said, "This all belongs to me and you owe me for existing"? Now look at water. Covers most of the planet. Falls from the sky, essential for life. Yet somehow people are dying of thirst. Instead of wasting billions on war, we could build desalination plants and give fresh water to everyone. The technology exists, but do we use it? No. Because if people could take care of themselves, they wouldn't be controlled. That's the truth. Scarcity is a lie. There's enough food, enough land, enough resources for everyone. But if people weren't desperate, governments, corporations, and banks would lose power. So they manufacture struggle. They make sure you're always working, always paying, always needing. You're not just paying to live. You're paying to stay in your cage.
You're sick? Go swim in the sea. Yes, and drink this. It's the cure for everything except death, black seed oil. You can also just sweat it out in the sauna. I made ginger tea for you and take a walk in the forest today. Forget about those. Just take all these pills. It'll do nothing for the root cause, but you'll be numb so you won't feel it anymore. And for the side effects, forget it. You're sick?
She said, because so that just reminded me of the commercial. I know you guys see the commercials of the pills, right? Like it be pills for certain things, and you'll see like how this pill targets, you know, this specific area, right? But just hang on, because after they say that, they're going to tell you all the side effects that it comes with. It's like, y'all might as well just not even take the pill, because there's more side effects than the cure. It's not even a cure. It's not even curing you, but it be more side effects than what. So basically, in other words, you be taking a pill and it hit this little tiny area, but now you affected in all these other spots that you wasn't even hit with because of that pill. So natural remedies are the best remedies, because it is true. We did have like the teas, the saunas, doing this remedies, and you know what I'm saying? And then now it's just to a point where it's like take this medicine, pop this, drink this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, get 15 milliliters of this. Natural remedies are wonderful. Really, really want to get back into it because they work. And then it also is a beautiful thing because when we don't have access to like medical, like the stores, or what are we going to do? So we got to get back to having the natural remedies, because you don't want your body to depend on something when it's not going to be here forever. But you know what will be? Plants, herbs, nature. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, and not being too dependent on like our modern medicine. Like, it's so many remedies I've seen. Like, people be doing the garlic. People put garlic in their socks. I've just seen a lot of stuff. But you guys had to tell me your best remedy. So whether you have one for the throat, or head, especially the head. Let me know when your head is hurting. What do y'all do? Let me see. What else? Runny nose, stuffy nose. You have a cold. All my natural remedy people, we need some stuff. Help each other out. Help your brother, help your sister. Name some stuff in the comment section down below that you guys do that works.
I think I just found my new favorite conspiracy theorist. Watch.
Sounds to me like we need to get some new conspiracy theories, because all the old ones turned out to be true.
Oh.
Facts matter, Senator.
Yeah. I mean, conspiracy theorists are up something like 37-0.
That was Senator Kennedy from Louisiana.
Everyone says starting a family compound is crazy, but maybe living isolated, broke, and stressed is the real insanity. What's crazier, sharing meals, expenses, land, family with people you trust, or working your whole life to barely pay bills, living alone, and relying on strangers for your basic needs? We have 1, 2, and 3 down there houses, and a 4th down in the woods over there. All have year-round greenhouses attached to our houses. We're growing lemon trees, olive trees, banana trees, avocado trees, starting seeds for our gardens. We each have our own projects and animals that we take care of, but we share everything. Here is our 2 La Mancha goats that we use for milking. Goat milk is a lot easier to digest than cow's milk. These girls are going to be having their kids anytime now. My mom raises the chickens and one turkey that just showed up out of nowhere. But honestly, we barely have any chickens left because we don't like them. Raising meat rabbits together instead of chicken, they're so much easier, so much cheaper, and they actually taste even better than chicken. By far the easiest way to grow your own organic meat at home. My sister raises the ducks, and if you didn't know, duck eggs are a lot easier to digest than chicken eggs. We built a compound not because we're running from the world, because we're building something better. Let me know what questions you have about starting your own homestead, and follow along for more tips.
Super interesting video that was just sent to me, and it was Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell preaching, and people walked out. They walked out because of what he said. He was coming against demonic activity. Watch this clip.
These angels that he corrupted, that was thrown out of heaven, are the demons that roam the earth today. They're the demons that whisper in the ears of your favorite psychic when you go get your palm read. And these demons have been watching you since you was young. Yeah. And so they whisper in the ear of the psychic. They tell you your age and the last boyfriend you had and what city you was born in, because they've been watching you.
That's a word.
And then they start to prophesy and tell you about your future and lead you away from the Lord Jesus Christ. And because we're not read, because you love sermons but you don't read, you don't know that that stuff is demonic. Your little tarot cards, your little sage, your little crystals, your little readings, all that stuff is demonic. How are you praying to God and got crystals next to your Bible at the same time?
Make that make sense.
Too many sermons, not enough literacy. That's why I'm gonna keep encouraging you. Don't just listen to me. Read the scriptures for yourself. Read, read, read.
So there were people who walked out of that service because he called out demonic activity. Now, why did they walk out? Manifestation, my brothers and sisters. Spirits manifesting in individuals who don't want to let go of false idols, that don't want to let go of demonic activity.
That's it.
It's not necessarily them. So it's influencing them and things that they've come into agreement with. Different wicked spirits that have married their soul. So now they think that they're one with these things. Come out, my brothers and sisters. Come out.
I don't want to say too much because I got some merch coming out. But I do want to land back off of where he said, you got the Bible and you got crystals next to it. When I tell you that cancels out everything, y'all know what cancel out means. Y'all know PEMDAS. Because I know recently, and I'm only bringing this up because it had popped up on like my comments recently. Somebody was like, basically Yahuwah made crystals, so what's wrong with crystals? It's when you worship the crystals, like the crystals are the creator. You're worshiping a creation. I always say, give kabod, honor, worship, glory to the one who's made all things, not the thing, the one who's made all things. People can get in the habit of worshiping the creation, but they're not worshiping the creator. You have to give credit to the creator and not the creation. That makes sense? So when people are worshiping crystals, they're worshiping a creation. We all know that the sage stuff is worshiping a creation. You're not giving kabod, which is glory, to the creator, which is Yahuwah and Yahusha. Just like they be like, yeah, the universe. You need to give worship to the one who created the universe. We're not giving worship to the universe. We're giving worship to the one who created the universe. Do you see how we're not giving it to things, but to the one who has made the things? Yahuwah said that the earth is his footstool and the Shamayim, aka heaven, is his throne. He has made and created all things. He doesn't have to run to another entity. He doesn't have to run to another to say, hey, can I make this step? Hey, can I do this? Can I do that? No, the people under him have to do that. The deities, the entities under him have to do that. These idols that are made with wood and stone that can't breathe. Y'all know I brought out the Bell and the Dragon testimony. These things aren't living. These things are made with human hands. Guess what humans do? they die. They go back to the earth that they came from while their soul goes somewhere. Guess who's all-knowing? All Shaddai. Made and created all things. Whose ways is above our ways? Whose thoughts is higher than our thoughts? Yahuwah Lua, the one that knows every hair follicle on your head. The one who counts tears. The one who knows how much sand, little pebbles. Oh my gosh, I could keep going. But let's get into the habit of giving praise to the creator and not the creation. Because you have to remember who made the creation, the creator, Yahuwah and Yahusha HaMashiach.
I'm going to show you what $100 gets you at the grocery store in Bangkok.
Well, I know it ain't going to be a lot because I know why I ain't getting nothing for
$100. And the sweetest oranges you've ever had. Of course, you have to get the bananas in Thailand. I'm also grabbing 2 papayas. I didn't even start liking papayas till I moved here.
Girl, you getting all that? You ain't even got no meat yet.
Mangoes are so sweet. And out of all of this beautiful fruit, I ended up
You
getting
done
some
spent about
pomelos, some
$45
grapefruit,
on
and
vegetables
some
and fruit.
non-spicy nam plawan. Now we're getting into veggies. I'm grabbing some tomatoes and then some carrot. The carrots here are just so
That is pretty.
I got 2 yellow bell peppers, some cucumbers, and some lettuce.
She must be a vegetarian because...
Next, I'm going to grab some of these banana muffins. They're delicious. Some croissants, big old bag of rolls, and some rose apples for my eldest daughter. The girls love their probiotic yogurt drinks. I got some whole wheat bread and then some ground chicken breast for spaghetti. Next, I got a big old pack of bacon and some truffle sausages. I'm grabbing some dumplings from the frozen aisle. I got shrimp and then I got
the meat and the dumplings alone, $45, $50.
Are freaking insane.
Then you still got all the vegetables and fruit and bread
now for cleaning
too.
supplies, I needed some Dettol,
And cleaning
some
supplies.
showers, and some dish soap.
Man,
Our total is $32.98 baht, which is $97 USD. This haul was absolutely insane. Guys, if you're ready to
get my passport.
Thailand, keep the link in my bio so I can show you how.
Look at, I took down parking signs there. There was a parking sign there. There was a parking sign there that said "Do not park" a month ago. And everyone was like, "There's no parking. What are we gonna do?" Look at it now. Plenty of parking. There's plenty of water. There's plenty of power. There's plenty of food. You put seeds in the ground and food comes out. It's like, it's all fake, dude. They just, one person, just me and a screw gun, took down the sign, created 20 spots. Maybe not 20. But you get the picture. There's so much out there. Just go outside in the world. Everything is out there. They want us to think there's nothing. We're scared. We're alone. There's no more food. There's no more water. Everything's coming to an end. It's all control, control, control. There's an abundance of love and awesome people. Look at this beautiful city.
A bunch of hood stories. It just depends on how you read it. Remember when David was out in the wilderness with his boys and they were starting to get hungry, so he sent them into the neighborhood to ask the rich man for something to eat. The rich man told them no. So David took his wife. Yeah, listen to me. David and his boys are out in the wilderness, right? They're starting to get hungry. David says, listen, go into the neighborhood and ask the rich man the ball for something to eat. We watch his flock and his shepherd. He should spare us some provisions. They go ask the ball, and the ball says, food, meat, bread, water for y'all. I don't even know y'all. And who is David? Tell David he don't run nothing. I'm not giving him nothing. He ain't getting nothing out of my fridge. They said, okay. They go back and tell David. David said, everybody blink up. Everybody. We finna go smack up the ball. Who does he think he's talking to? When Abigail hears about this, Abigail is Nabal's wife. She says, you're beefing with David? Listen, I'm finna go get him some food. On the slide, she gets a whole bunch of supplies, brings it over to David and his people. She said, listen, I'm here to cop a plea. My man don't know about you, but I know. All right, just take this food, please. Don't do nothing to us. David said, listen, I'm gonna accept your plea, but talk to your man. She goes back home to talk to Nabal. Nabal in the house drunk as a skunk. He drunk. She said, Nabal, listen, I know it's gonna make you mad, but I brought David the food. You don't know about him, but I do. That man is crazy. Nabal mysteriously dies of a heart attack 10 days later, randomly. After hearing that her husband died of a heart attack, David said, oh, that was the man that disrespected me? Go get his wife and tell her I want it. We get married now. We get married.
No,
he took his wife.
They said in the comment section, David was a pretty boy. He was a musician. He knew how to fight. And he was petty. Do y'all know what they related him to? They said Dawood, aka King David, was the Old Testament Chris Brown. But I'm trying to tell y'all, the Bible is not boring. Like I said previously, animate them stories. Animate those testimonies, y'all. When you guys read the testimonies, animate them to where I'm telling you the Bible is tea. I love this man's storytelling because it's funny, because it makes you really want to go back and be like, did that happen? And you be reading like, yeah, that happened. Y'all read the word. Y'all heard the guy previously. Don't just depend on sermons or depend on lessons, depend on read the word for yourself. Man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeds out the mouth of Yahuwah. Meditate on his word day and night so it does not depart.
No, did you guys see this? Yeah, apparently the planet is spinning way too fast. I mean, how are we supposed to do? Oh, wait, no, now it's been slowing for 50 years. Well, how are we supposed to get the planet to spin correctly? Do we just pay more in taxes? Because that's how we fix climate change, right?
Right.
Oh no, dude.
This tower's coming together faster than I thought.
Sure is.
Bro, you're not gonna believe what just happened at the Diddy trial.
I honestly don't think I can take any more breaking news, because if I hear another beloved childhood figure of mine has been diddled, I'm gonna lose my crap.
Well, you know what he did to Justin Bieber, right? He did what to Justin Bieber? Get this. 50 Cent has been talking about the Diddy trial and how he has known for years that Diddy groomed Usher. Yeah, and because we know that Diddy had a huge adolescent trafficking ring for decades, there's speculation that when Michael Jackson was talking about how wanting to save the children, he was talking about he wanted to save the children at Diddy's parties because Michael Jackson was his neighbor and that Diddy was actually behind Michael Jackson's crucifixion through the media. Diddy killed Michael Jackson? And that's not even the biggest news, bro. I can't take any more beloved Hollywood celebrities who, not Hollywood, politics. Number 44's name was dropped.
Y'all want to know who that number 44 was? They're saying it was Obama.
Here's what I ate in a day on the Petroleum diet, starting off the morning with some Lucky Charms for the classics, the red 40, the yellow 5, the yellow 6, the blue 1, getting a nice petrochemical dose first thing in the morning. Then I'm off to Starbucks to get my morning brew, a boiling cup of coffee in plastic cup to release some of that polyethylene, billions of microplastics and nanoplastics. Then I'm off to McDonald's for lunch, a lot of Cedos in the bun, in the fries, hoping to get some of that good hexane residue from the extraction process. I gotta get my daily aspartame dose, it's synthesized with methanol, I can't skip that. And in the french fries, I'm getting dimethyl polysoloxane. For a midday snack, we're stopping at the 7-Eleven, we're grabbing a Monster Energy drink for the benzoic acid, made from toluene, and I'm grabbing a Reese's cup for that TBHQ, preservative made from butane. These are key for my petrochemical diversity. For dinner, a frozen pizza, I'm going for that glyphosate. It's not directly a petroleum derivative, but hey, I'm getting the most famous herbicide in the world. And of course, gotta eat it with a Chick-fil-A sauce for the EDTA, a preservative made from ethylene diamine, formaldehyde, sodium cyanide, all derived from petroleum. And for dessert before sleep, I can't forget about my polysorbate 80, just to help take the edge off while I watch some of my favorite videos. If you're eating this way, you are too maximizing your petrochemical intake. Send this to a friend who needs to see this.
Welcome to the USA, where we create patience every day. I understand after watching this video.
Bible is super boring. Have you read it? They got giants, they got talking animals, they got dudes with superhuman hair, they got people splitting up oceans, they got people moonwalking on water, and don't get attached to no character. You know what I'm saying? My favorite character died. He came back. He came back though.
If your water is this cold, you should not be drinking. Cold water interferes with your digestion. You need good blood flow to your gut so you can digest your food, and cold water restricts your blood vessels. Also, cold temperatures slow down atoms. So the bacteria in your gut that's supposed to be there to help digest your food is going to now be slowed down because you just drunk something cold. And do not drink this with greasy meals. It'll build your cholesterol a lot faster. This is what happens when you put cold stuff on grease. It does this in your gut temporarily until the acid breaks it down, almost. There's certain times that you're allowed to drink cold water. When your body is too hot, meaning you've been exercising, Don't pour it on your head because it'll send you in a shock. Maybe. It depends on the person. But yeah, when your body temperature up there, drink some cold water. You need to drink room temperature water. It helps with your hydration because it doesn't freeze the salt crystals. It actually absorbs the salt crystals, and you need salt in your body to absorb the water.
Thank you, Mr. Jones, for the videos.
I don't suggest the exercise of jogging. I feel as though it's not as beneficial for the body as people tend to believe. And people that jog, they might not know it, but they're aging their bodies. They're basically putting their organs in a position when they begin to cook themselves. Over time, they start to... A lot of heat is generated in the body, you know what I'm saying? And when you look in nature, no animal would just start running for hours for no reason. They only run when it's necessary. For you to run and get to the state where you're just breathing like that, that means a lot of your life force has been wasted, and it means there's a lot of heat in your body. So I suggest that you refrain from jogging. It's a mainstream exercise for a reason. Anything mainstream, I want you to be careful about those things.
Thank you, JD, for the videos.
Tell you a true story, be so boom. I don't know what's going on out here, guys, but I've been feeling tired lately. Like something's going on, guys. Like it's feeling like it's November, guys, and it's about to be June. I don't know. Am I the only one feeling this, guys? Because a lot is going on right now, guys. Don't tell nobody, guys. But look, I'm in the woods. Yep, I'm here. I know I told you guys not to come to the woods. But guys, I had to come here to see for myself. Somebody told me there was something out here. Somebody told me. That doesn't mean that anything's out here, guys. Get ready. Shh. I think I'm talking too loud, guys. But like I said, look, I'm in the woods. I'm here.
Yeah.
Wish me luck. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with the weather, guys. But it's been different. It's been different than usual. It's June. It's supposed to be at least 70 degrees. It was just nice a few weeks ago. Do you remember? Guys, I'm in New York. Let me know where you're at. I'm in New York State, guys. I don't know why it's feeling like it's approaching December. It's about to be June, guys. I don't know what's going on. Shh. All right, guys, I'm going in. Wish me luck. I'm out. Travis Scott sells pizza now? This can't be real.
What do you do for a living, bro? Man, sell a lot of pizza.
Really?
Let's go.
That was stupid to say.
But what do you mean, Travis Scott? You don't sell pizza. You do music for a living. And if you do sell pizza, what pizzeria you're at? Because I would like to go visit and see how your pizza is. Do you work at Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's, Little Caesars? Let me know, bro. I want to pay you a visit. What's your favorite pizza, actually? Pepperoni, anchovies, sausage, plain cheese, extra cheese? Let me know. Because this is my favorite pizza. I usually like pizza with nothing on it. What do you guys like? Nah, for real, like, what do you mean that you sell pizza? You sell records. You sell out shows. Come on, bro. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Obviously, Travis Scott doesn't sell pizza. Not that I know of. I know that he does music, and he's an amazing artist, and I can't wait for him to drop another album because I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to go to his shows. Man, Travis Scott is the truth, and when I go to his shows, I'm going to go there eating pizza. Travis Scott, you funny for that, bro. I sell pizza for a living. I get it, though, because he's asking you what you do for a living like he don't know. If he didn't know what you did for a living, he wouldn't be asking you. Come on.
Got a point.
I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm out.
Thank you, K3, for the video.
What the hell is going on in Canada right now? I am seeing some evil stuff coming out of there right now, and I want to talk to you about it because I think this is pretty important. All right, so there's this pamphlet here that says a special committee of MPs and senators studying MAID has recommended allowing MAID for mature minors. A mature minor is a child or a teen who is deemed capable of making a decision for MAID. This would essentially remove the minimum age of eligibility. The committee also suggested parents may not be consulted and wouldn't need to consent to their child's death via MAID. Now, if you don't know what MAID is, MAID stands for Medical Assistance in Dying. Refers to a legal process in Canada.
You are now dead.
Thank you for using Stop and Drop.
where a person can request medical help to end their life, typically through euthanasia. They're referring to it as physician-assisted death. So what this pamphlet is saying that is a child or teen could go to a doctor, and they're saying that what they should be able to do is go to a doctor and ask for them to have physician-assisted death without consulting their parents first.
No.
Especially during a time where you're going through puberty, your hormones are all out of whack. You know, a lot of kids have depression and anxiety at that time because you're getting showered with tons of
They know what they're doing. I don't
different
like that.
chemicals in your brain. And then it goes on to say children are uniquely vulnerable. Canada's first priority must be to provide high quality medical care for children. I'm sorry, but physician assisted death is not medical care. It's not medical care. Maid for mental illness. Maid for mental illness is set to take effect in March 2027. And then it goes down on the bottom and says, it tries to elaborate. It says 1 in 10 people will wait more than 4 months for counseling. The waiting period for maid is only 3 months. They're literally encouraging people to have physician assisted death. Think about that. I don't know about you. I have a lot of friends in Canada and I love the Canadian people, but this is evil. This is evil stuff right here. We're not talking about we're talking about people that are alive and the government helping facilitate those people take their own lives. That's some pretty dark stuff right there. I don't know. I'd be curious to hear how many of you knew this was even going on.
There are people from Canada in the comment section that are saying that this is real. I had no idea about MAID. This is my first time hearing about it. I think it's very wicked because it's a push on the children. They know children, especially during that times, can have those, I don't want to name off those word curses, but children go through that. So for you guys to put out this MAID program to where they're able to speak for themselves at an early age and say that they want to be no longer here on earth without any parental consent, that's wicked. You don't have control of when your life ends. That's just not how it works. So when you're doing this, you're playing Yahuwah. And that's a very dangerous game to play because you're going to meet Yahuwah.
These are the 5 worst snacks you shouldn't be eating. Watch until the end because the last one will shock you. Number 5, we got Chips Ahoy. These are literally fake cookies that's proven to make you feel hungry after you eat them. So you're pretty much eating these for no reason and gaining weight in the process. For number 4, we got Oreos. Now you can't be surprised. And I understand that this white cream may taste good, but have you ever questioned what it's made out of? Well, Oreos have trans fat that increases the risk of heart disease. Oreos are also full of corn syrup, which can cause other health issues. Now, I know these come in clutch, especially during breakfast, but Pop-Tarts have ultra-processed ingredients, including corn syrup, high fructose syrup, and regular sugar. It's even worse if you eat these in the morning because it's the first thing your body is ingesting. And next, y'all, is Doritos. But Doritos has food scientists that make millions to create the powder, the texture, and the taste to make you want more. It pretty much sends signals to your brain of satisfaction. But the whole time, it's just actually terrible for you.
Man.
And for number 1, y'all, we have Skittles.
Skittles.
This is probably the worst candy you can possibly eat. And I don't know if y'all remember this, but Skittles even had a lawsuit. This is so bad that California passed a bill banning some of the toxic chemicals inside Skittles.
This is the stuff that we eat, but they know that, you know, the children eat it more. But children only know what you introduce them to, what you buy in your own home. So we do have like the power or the authority to control what they can and can't eat and better alternatives. But at the end of the day, they only know what you give them. So yes, we were introduced to this stuff, but it's one of those like when you know better, you do better. So not keeping that in the household, because this stuff, like you just hear about the red dye, all the stuff that it's doing, what's in it, what it's causing, makes you not want to eat none of that stuff. But how they get you is because it's good. Then they'll make you crave it. Your body starts craving it because it knows it. So it's just doing a detox of the body to get away from all this stuff and just buying those alternatives. Yes, they might be a little more pricey, but I think that it's worth it.
He says he was forced to make old food look fresh. That's why he secretly recorded his supervisor admitting tampering with best before dates is industry standard.
Every store does the same thing. All the other stores do the same.
At At his home, Safari demonstrates what he says is done at work. He takes cheesecakes weeks past their best before dates, adds new toppings, and sells as fresh.
I decorate it, and I'm selling expired stuff for...
In a national online call-out, Marketplace hears from grocery workers at smaller stores and big chains, sharing stories of food tampering. He used to work in a Toronto area supermarket. He shows us how he was told to give old meat new life.
If it's like this, we would dabble in a little bit of blood, throw it into the meat mincer with some redder meats, and then all together it would make it look red. And then we put it back up on the shelf.
At the University of Guelph, a microbiologist simulated what grocery insiders told us they do. He discovered toxins and bacteria linked to serious illness.
So a food tampering job, huh? The best advice that we can give is never buy pre-seasoned like meat or pre-seasoned anything. I just don't understand how this is legal. And every store does this, so we're not safe. It's not like you can go here and every store is doing it. We know that they were doing this with the fruit. We've seen what they were doing with the fruit, how they would just take the old fruit out, which is why when we bring it home, it would rot in the way it does. I'm like, this fruit was just looking fine in their refrigerated area, but why would I take it to mine? It's like molded the next day. Like, why do I have to eat my stuff within the same day that I get it, or it's gonna go moldy? Because they're sitting here and they're taking out the moldy fruit. So mind you, the fruit is already getting old, but they're taking it out and, you know, mixing it or whatever the case is to make it look like it's new or that it's fresh, and it's not. So if we knew that they were doing that with the fruits, we should have already known that they were doing this with the meats as well.
Everybody is freaking out about this KFC commercial because they just revealed that their chicken is made with human meat.
Yeah, that was
And
crazy.
this has been old news for a while now. You guys should have known this by now. And I can prove to you what is actually going on based on scientific studies that are available to the public and have been since 2020, so you know it's real. HEK293 are baby fetus cells that have been cloned. So disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
They've been cloned and put into pretty much every fast food chain and product that you see in the grocery store. And they're used to inhibit the taste buds so that you don't notice all the chemicals that they put into this food to make it addictive. And guess what? It is in pretty much everything, and it isn't on the food label, but if you read the studies, they will tell you that it is used in many different kinds of foods, and they will list off all the corporations that use it, and it's all the big ones that own all the other little corporations. So it's in pretty much everything, and it won't be on any ingredients list either. So that's what they mean when they say that KFC is using is part human, because it really is. And who knows, maybe they're even taking a step further and growing these chickens in labs, 3D printing chickens. I know we've seen that before, where they've done that with organs. If they can do it with organs, they can do it with chicken. Chicken is the most simplest form of an amino acid. It's the most simplest form of meat. That's why every other animal out there tastes like chicken. It's a joke, you know. They say, oh, what does crocodile taste like? Oh, it tastes like chicken, because it's the most basic form of an amino acid.
Wait, this can't be true, like the strawberries and cream the most. And then I started paying attention to the ingredients, and if you notice right here, you'll see natural flavor. When I learned what this is made out of in this, it blew my mind. Just check this out. Hold on one second.
And castoreum, typically called natural flavor, is taken from a beaver's anal gland. It's far cheaper to use castoreum, or beaver's butt, to flavor strawberry oatmeal than using actual strawberries. They don't want you to know what's in that natural flavor either. Just try to call the company and ask. They'll tell you it's proprietary. But there's nothing natural about the flavors they produce. So avoid products with natural flavor.
That is annoying.
That's crazy, right? So listen, and the thing about the natural flavor too, man, there's been billions of dollars spent on natural flavors. It actually entices us to want to keep eating more. It's a chemical process they use to make natural flavor. So when I learned, it actually leads to weight gain. So when I learned that, I just switched it out, man. I go to the old-fashioned regular Quaker Oats, man, and I chop up some strawberries, some honey, or some maple syrup to make it better. And man, look, I lost 100 pounds. This was me in 2014. But I did it still eating the foods that I like to eat. I like oatmeal. But when I made that switch, it helped me to lose weight, man. You know, I lost weight eating bread, cookies, cakes, all that. That's why I wrote Life.
Guys, did you know that they marked organic in America with number 9 and 5 digits?
That's what I'm talking
so
about.
the first
Keep them
number is
young.
9 and then 3, 4, 5. When they marked it with number 4, then it has a lot of chemicals. And if it's 3, then it's genetical modified food. You never buy it. Just never buy it. 9 is organic, 4 has chemicals, and 3 is horrible.
So to remember, 9 is fine, 4 to the floor, 3 not for me. That was what somebody put in the comment section. And then again, people that worked in these industries are telling you that he's correct, because this woman was like, yeah, basically she worked at Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. So the number coding that they have, we know it's true. And I know I was looking into, I know this is true with the number coding. They have like coding when it comes to the toothpaste. I know you guys know that, because it's a way of them telling each other. When I say them, y'all know who I'm talking about. Like which toothpaste to buy and which toothpaste for everybody else to get. Like y'all stay away from that. You see what I mean? It's codes that they're doing to where they're speaking in code, but the thing is we're catching on to the code, so we also are going along with the codes.
They never told you it was venom. I didn't know it was venom.
Oh,
I looked it up. What kind of drug is this? Oh, it's a GLP-1 drug. What the hell does GLP-1 drug mean? Never heard that in my life. Holy crap, it comes from the venom of a lizard? I want to ask you, all of you at home.
Really?
How many of you are convinced that you or your loved ones are overweight and diabetic because you have a Gila monster venom deficiency? And oh my God, God forgot to put enough of that Gila monster's venom in your body, and you ran out. Now you're fat and overweight and you're diabetic. So now you need to inject that venom inside your body every week, once a week. This is the insanity you live in. This is the deception you live in. Just because they called it Wegovy and Ozempic and said it was FDA approved, did I go, oh, it must be safe and effective. I don't know why these people's stomachs are being paralyzed and why they say they're going to develop their thyroid after a year. Really? Go look it up. I didn't know anything about this drug. It didn't even exist when I graduated school. How did I go on platforms like the Diamond and Silk Show the very next week? We bring this up and I'm educating the whole world about this drug. And then everybody's calling me, wanting on their shows to talk about, oh my God, it's another drug.
They putting poison inside everything we eat. I don't trust the vegetables and I don't trust the meat. I don't trust the stores I used to go to buy my groceries. Cause they trying to sell me cheese and it won't even make from cheese. I'm like, hold up, wait, run it back. If that ain't real butter, then what is that? They like butter flavor. I'm like, butter tastes like butter, so you better put it back. Man, it's no wonder we been getting sick, eating red 40, yellow number 5, all this high fructose corn syrup, dog. I'm surprised we even still alive.
You butter, put it back. That was funny. Y'all, shout out to each and every single one of you guys that have sent in videos. I know that last round was Candy. So Candy, I truly do appreciate you, and all those that I shouted out, by the way. I just know the last round was Candy and it just kept going. So I thank you all in advance for all the videos that you guys send. Really learned a lot in this video. For those that still want to know how they can get their video featured on here along with a shout out, all you have to do is join the Discord. It's as simple as that. The link is in the description down below. I have a section under YouTube called Conspiracy Theories Reactions, and that is where you'll go and post their videos, and that's how I'll see it and how I react to it and post it on the big screen. So shout out to everyone that sent in videos. I'm trying to think which one was my favorite one. Well, I won't say favorite one, but the craziest one to me was the maid one. That one still made me mad. The maid one, and then the what natural flavors truly means. Like, why would y'all do that? It's okay. It's no point of getting hyped up. Like at this point, we react to the same stuff over and over, so I shouldn't be shocked or fazed or bothered. It's just it is what it is. I do want to say thank you for all the love and support that you guys have been showing continuously on this channel. Thank you whether you subscribe, you have liked this video or any of my videos, you have commented, you have shared, you have watched, you have shopped the merch. ShopPerkyy.com, link in the description down below. I know y'all see the discipline over desire. Y'all have to go check out the merch, ShopPerkyy.com. I do want to say that A Cured Patient is a Lost Customer merch is out now. So go shop, go show some love. I have been working, y'all. I'm trying to get stuff that's here to here. You see that? That's what we are moving in. I just want to say thank you guys for all the love and support that you guys have been showing. Working on more merch ideas. So if you guys have any ideas, please let me know in the comment section down below. Because the more merch ideas, the more I can get my brain going and I can get some stuff out. So Hallelujah. And speaking of hallelujah, I want to give all esteem, all kabod, and all praise to my Saba Yahuwah and my Abba, my Adonai, my Malek Habod, Yahusha Hamashiach. I'm just a vessel that they were getting through, so I have to give credit and honor where it is due. I'm just a steward over what they rightfully own. So all praise, all esteem, all kabod go unto them. That is all for today's video. I got some more to react to, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this one so I can react to some more. But y'all have a blessed one. I will see y'all the next one. Shalom, shalom.
You can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. What? I won't sell my soul. I know my worth.